Hello dear friends, welcome to the Economics Learners Lab. Myself, I am Venkatesh Kongala. I am the founder and managing director of Economics Learners Lab. We have newly introduced a program called 90 Important Topics for NTNet Economics, June 2020. Actually, what are we doing in this program? Here comes the answer. 1. Every day we are releasing one video on particular topic in Economics Learners Lab YouTube channel. The video will be more emphasized on NTNet syllabus. 2. After detailed explanation or demonstration of the topic, we will provide a few multiple choice questions. 3. If the video length exceeds more than 15 minutes, we will divide the video into parts. If you are really a serious aspirant of NTNet Economics, I can bet you that this program will help you a lot. Let's begin today's topic. Topic number 83, Keynesian economics. Keynesian economics also very important topic for the NTNet economics exam. From this topic also you can expect one question. Let us see what we are going to learn in this video. We are going to learn in this video what is a Keynesian economics, understand Keynesian economics thoughts. After that we will solve some multiple choice question. Let us see what is a Keynesian economics. The Keynesian school of economics was started with John Maynard Keynes after publication of his book in 1933. The book named The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, which is more macroeconomic empirical analysis of the Great Depression in the years 1929 to the 1933. It means the Keynesian school of economics was started after the publication of the John Maynard Keynes book in 1933. The book named The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, it talks about why the Great Depression was existed in 1930s, what are the reasons for the Great Depression, how it can be corrected. Keynes has given a more importance to the demand side factors rather than the supply side factors. In classical economics of thoughts, supply side factors are more effective for impacting the economy. But in Keynesian economics, demand factors are more effective for impact the economy. Let us go to the next slide. What is the basic argument between the Keynesian school of economics and classical school of economics? Here you can get that answer. The school of classical economics was not able to provide a reason for the Great Depression in 1930s. According to the classical, all markets will be in equilibrium position because invisible hand formula works in economy. But this statement was wrong. In 1930s, the whole over the world seen a high level of unemployment, all markets are in disequilibrium, high level of inflation. The Keynes argued that wage and prices are rigid in short run. It means wage prices are not flexible in short run. It takes lot of time to adjust these wages and prices. When the wages and prices are rigid, the demand factors will influence the economy to reach the equilibrium level. The Keynes was said the regulation of the demand factors through the state intervention will make markets in equilibrium. So the Keynes said regulation of the demand factors through the state intervention will make all markets in equilibrium. Let us go to the next slide. The basic Keynesian economics thoughts are 4, that are 1. Rejected a sales law and followed demand creates its supply. It means Keynes completely rejected a sales law and he followed demand creates its supply. 2. Prices and wages are sticky because labor contracts and legislations. It means in short run, prices and wages are sticky. The reason for this stickiness is labor contracts and legislations. 3. The state intervention is needed for markets equilibrium in short run. It means when the markets are in disequilibrium, the state intervention is needed for correcting the disequilibrium level. 4. According to the Keynes, short run aggregate supply curve is horizontal, but in the long run aggregate supply curve is vertical. It means according to the Keynes, classical supply curve is only applicable for the long run, but in the short run aggregate supply curve is horizontal. Let us see the Keynesian aggregate supply curve. Keynesian horizontal supply curve. Here in the diagram we have taken output in horizontal axis, prices in vertical axis. AS indicates aggregate supply curve, AD indicates aggregate demand curve. Initially, the economy in equilibrium where prices are P and output is Q. According to the Keynes, when the aggregate demand is increased from AD to AD1, the output also will increases from Q to Q1. Here, the increase in aggregate demand has increased output from Q to Q1. Hope you have understood the concepts of the Keynesian economics. Let us solve some multiple choice questions. Question number 1. 30 seconds time for this question. Try to solve yourself. After that I will do the explanation. Your time starts now. Hope this much time is enough for this question. Question number 1. Which among the following economists not follower of the Keynesian economics? Choice number 1. George Akerlof. Choice number 2. Paul Romer. Choice number 3. Oliver Blanchard. Choice number 4. Thomas Malthus. So the right answer for this question is choice number 4. Thomas Malthus is related to the classical school of economics. Question number 2. 30 seconds time for this question. Try to solve yourself. After that I will do the explanation. Your time starts now. Time up. Stop doing it. Let us see. Assertion A. According to the Keynesian school of economics, short-run aggregate supply curve is horizontal. Yes, this statement is right. Reason R. Increase in the supply increases the output. No, this statement is wrong. So the right answer for this question is choice number 3. A is true but R is false. Question number 3. 30 seconds time for this question. Try to solve yourself. After that I will do the explanation. Your time starts now. Time up. Stop doing it. Let us see. Assertion A. The concept of Keynesian economics was completely opposite to the classical economists. Reasons are: he came up with a notation of supply creates its own demand. This statement is wrong. This statement is right. So the right answer for this question is choice number 3. Let us go to the last question in this video. Question number 4. 30 seconds time for this question. Try to solve yourself. After that I will do the explanation. Your time starts now. Time up. Stop doing it. Let us see. Assertion A. Keynes believed that fluctuations of business cycle can be managed by fiscal policy. Reasons are: expansion in aggregate demand will make all markets get back to the equilibrium. Assertion A is correct. Reason R is correct. So the right answer for this question is choice number 1. Both A and R are true and R is correct explanation of A. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Your subscription is my inspiration. See you in another video.